So I wanted to do a quick response video to Jordan Peterson's idea and the whole meme of clean up your room. Now, I think this is brilliant on many levels, and I will describe those things, why I think it's extremely important, and to notice these trends and the fact that these things can happen. Starting off from the idea of memes. So clean up your room, if you listen to Jordan Peterson, you probably know this. If you haven't, check it out. It's awesome. First of all, it's becoming a meme. That means that people are starting to share this idea. This is fascinating because it makes me understand, and I mean, obviously this is true, but on a practical level, that we can use the internet to not only share stupid shit or whines or like complainers just complaining and complaining, We can use the internet to share good memes that actually empower people. Now, the whole meme of clean up your room is, I think, brilliant on so many levels. It's completely simple. It's old as the world, obviously, but it is brilliant nonetheless. And the reason why it's brilliant is because it's bringing responsibility to the people, to the person himself. And, as Peterson himself talks about, we are at a time where especially men, they feel a lack of direction. We feel a lack of direction because for a long time, there has been talks about rights, but no talks about responsibility. So we grow up in this world where, everything is becoming PC. Competition is a weird thing. Masculinity, striving to win, is a bad thing, or at least a weird thing. And we go, where is our place? When we, as boys, study in school, we learn an interesting fact. A fact that, you will do best in school if you're very, very compliant, if you're very agreeable, If you completely agree with what the teacher is saying and you follow the school structure completely, then you'll probably be a good boy, so to speak. So having said that, this is not very motivating for most of us, for men especially. It's not motivating. What Peterson noticed, and what I think is brilliant, and the idea that he is sharing it is very good and very healthy for men all around the world, is the idea of, clean up your own room. Clean up your own damn room. And men react positively to this. I mean, unless they, have some irrational hatred towards taking responsibility, or they want just more and more freedoms or rights. But most men have freedoms and have rights, and what they want is a certain purpose. The idea of clean up your own room introduces the idea of purpose. And of purpose, most importantly, that doesn't have to be somewhere far out there. Your purpose can be right here. If you face the fact, if you face the way that you are, if you face your room, you will notice that, hell, it might be a mess. Well, maybe I should take care of it. Maybe I should take care of my room. And also, I think it brings another brilliant point, another critical point to daylight, is the fact that, if you can't take care of your room, and this can be metaphorical, your room, your own life, what the fuck are you doing talking about changing the world economy or complaining about the whole social structure? I love how, and we all know what I'm talking about, some people now, they think that they understand society. They read a few books on, again, some mainstream topics, and they recognize that, I totally understand how the world works, right? They might be usually students, maybe unemployed, AKA they don't know shit about life. They don't even probably know how to upkeep their own life decently. And they're talking about changing the world economy or changing the societal order, even though there's tremendous complexity to that. It's so complicated that you don't even know how complicated it is. So, taking care of your own room. That means that instead of going out there and trying to do all these things, you stop and go, how about I take care of my own room first? How about I learn to take care of my room, aka my life first, myself first, and then we can actually talk about, you can actually talk about doing something bigger. So I think it's a beneficial meme. I think the idea that you take responsibility for your life is critical, and I see this again and again, There's a lot of people that are so brainwashed into this idea that they're supposed to be getting things. I don't understand where this comes from. I guess the fact that we, as a generation or a few generations, we were nurtured with this, you're a winner, you can get everything you want, everything is for you, you deserve first place. All of this kind of shit, which fucks with the brain, because life is not exactly like that. Life doesn't give you out stuff. In a lot of ways, you have to earn things in life. You have to deserve things in life, which is another thing. There's a lot of group, on all sides of the coin, just give us stuff. Well, because maybe you heard us before, or we feel bad, or obviously we're oppressed. You know the whole story. It's bullshit. It's bullshit, and it's complete brainwash, because it introduces the idea of you having benefits without you having the responsibility to actually receive those benefits. As Peterson talks, one person's freedoms and rights is another person's responsibility. The fact that you want certain rights means that other people have to have a certain responsibility so that they could accommodate those rights to you. Therefore, you don't get them for free, okay? You don't get them for free. We all have to work together. We all have to clean our rooms so that we could give each other these rights, and that we, can prosper as a society, as a civilization. So all of that from just cleaning up your room, I think it's brilliant, and I think it's the right attitude. And anytime, that you start blaming the men for that, or the women for that, or one race for that, or another race for that country for that country for that, you're entering a very dangerous zone where the amount of objectivity that you have can be very, very severely limited, and more often than not, you're just actually, just going, oh yeah, man, just you guys do this and give me stuff, you guys do this and give me stuff. You're entering a zone of bullshit, so to speak, because you don't understand what is really going on, because you're outsourcing your responsibility to other people. And outsourcing your responsibility to other people, groups, so on and so forth, is a very bad idea. Even if other groups or people did something bad to you, you still enter a bad zone when you outsource your responsibility to them. AKA, somebody did something bad to you and go, see, you guys are doing bad, so you change first. Then maybe I will change. You change first, make my life good, then I'll be good. That's a very dangerous zone to enter, because, well, how do you know? So you depend on other people changing so that you would change? That's a very shitty situation to enter to. And most importantly, that's like the idea of being stuck, because you're relying on other external things to change for the things that you want to change. That's a very bad zone to enter, simply because it will probably never ever work. So this is my ideas about the whole meme of clean up your room. I think it's brilliant. I think it's awesome. And I think people should clean up their own rooms more and stop blaming other people. Divide and conquer is a very good technique. Just think about that. Think about, if you think about it, dividing people, blaming others is the worst way for all of us to, get out of this and prosper. So don't do it. Clean up your own room. When you learn to clean up your own room, clean up your maybe house, okay? Then clean up your neighborhood, and so on and so forth. I hope this was helpful to you. There will be more videos, and I think I'll do some response videos to more Peterson's videos, because he's brilliant and on point in some things. So be sure to hit a comment. What do you think about that? Hit a like, hit a subscribe, and check out other videos. Cheers.